Guys, we back on the phone. We back on the show, man. We're in the building. Miss Angela Williams, author. He cheated. So what now? All right, we got the phone lines on point, man. Let's go. Hey, guys, straight to the phone lines. Caller, you on there? What's going on?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, can you hear me? Caller, you on there? What's going on, brother?
Hello? Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
All right, man. What's your name? Where you calling from, bro?
You said what city I'm calling from?
Yeah, what's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Jonathan, and I'm calling from Birmingham, Alabama.
All right, Jonathan.
Glad to have you on, my brother.
Hey, Jonathan, how are you?
Hey, how y'all?
Good. What's going on with you, Jonathan? What's your question?
I'm all right. I also have my female. I also have a female friend on with me too.
All right.
Her name is Red. Her name is Red.
Red. All right, Red.
Name is Red.
Hey, how are y'all?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good. What's your question?
Okay, our question is like consider cheating.
What's considered cheating?
Yeah.
That's a good question. So everybody may have a different definition of cheating, right? So I just got through explaining to the we just got done talking about earlier about the fact that that men are physical. And most of the time women know that men are physical and they're just, they could actually have intimate relations, nice word, intimate relations with anybody. And he comes home and he'll say, baby, she didn't mean nothing to me. I mean, she really did. And he could be telling the truth. She really didn't mean anything to him. So to some women, that may not be cheating. That may not be cheating. That's just the thing. That's the thing you do. That like that's not, but then when you take a little bit further and now you got an emotional connection with this person. You not only that, but now you're putting her before me. Now she knows something about you that I don't know. That kind of thing. You bringing her to my house, or bringing her into not bringing her physically in my house, but you're having unprotected sex with her and bringing her home, basically. And so that I think that's cheating. I think being physical with a woman, to me, that's cheating. That's like, we like, I got a no tolerance policy. So that's cheating to me. But sometimes some women can do that. Some women can handle that as long as he doesn't have an emotional connection. So it just kind of depends on the person. I think it just depends on the person. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think when you married, I think like you and your husband, y'all should have like a bond, like y'all should be established. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if I was to get married, I ain't married, but if I was to get married, like my wife would be like my best friend. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Ways you do things. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I don't think it'd be considered cheating. Me personally as a man, I don't think it'd be considered cheating on my wife by me just going having sex with another woman.
Oh, you hold on, Jonathan. Quick, let's clarify. You said,
hold on, Jonathan. Jay got a question. Go ahead, Jay.
So you said that you wouldn't really consider that cheating if you just went and had some casual sex with somebody that really didn't mean anything. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm married, I mean, even if she did mean something to me for real, because if I'm married, like, I mean, if I could take care of it and I can keep it separate and she not causing no problems, then, I mean, as long as I make my wife happy, then it shouldn't matter.
So, yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
My wife is my best friend.
Right.
Oh
my wife is my best friend. My wife is my best friend, so we should have a personal understanding. You know
we talked about that earlier.
And if I
taking care of home.
Yeah, if I'm taking care of home, I'm paying all. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what a man's supposed to do.
I should be giving some sidekick.
Well, hey, okay. I'm gonna ask you the most important question. I'm feeling you, Doc. I mean, I don't want you to think I'm not feeling you. I'm gonna ask you a question. All right, Because I know it's a bunch of women thinking.
Now, my wife can't do the same
Okay,
thing.
that's what I was talking about.
That's what you got to ask.
So
But my wife
Hey,
can't do
John,
the
you
same
already knew what I was
thing
about to ask
because
you.
it's a different
Ask him why.
story.
Why? If it's
Why?
if it's casual sex, if y'all are partners and she taking care of home just like you taking care of home, why is it different?
Because it's more of a respect thing when it comes to my wife. When it comes to my wife, it's gonna be more of a thing where you know what I'm saying. It's more men gonna deal with more women. You know what I'm saying? Women gonna get them one little soul they probably. You know, if she really loyal to you, she like me personally. When I deal with a woman, like this gonna be my one. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, like she ain't got to step outside of that with anyone. So I'm just dealing with her. She ain't got to be my wife. Like if she step outside of this, like, cause we gonna have an open relationship. So if she step outside of this, then she ain't really my woman. You know what I'm saying? She can get on somewhere like. But if she dealing and laying on me, like, you know, this is my woman.
I hear you. Hey, Jonathan, let me ask you another question. Well, is Red still on the phone?
The Red on the phone.
Red.
Yeah.
What you gonna say?
What you think, Miss Red?
I get what he's saying, but I don't really stand on it. I don't like it. Because if I can't do the same, I don't want you to do this.
So my question would be, what's the gentleman's name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan. So you mentioned
J Money.
J Money. You mentioned respect, right? So one thing that I know about people, about men and women in relationships, is that a lot of times, in society, there's a double standard. You know, men ought to be able to do. Men normally feel like they able to do what they want to do, and it's not the same with your woman or whatever. Because don't no man want a man playing with his monkey. I understand that. So, but the thing about what I'm saying is that disrespect is disrespect. So what we do is that we normally try to give the person, our partner, what we want. You know what I mean? What we feel like they want or what they need. And so you say, well, I pay the bills, I take care of the house, you know what I mean? And she ain't wanting for nothing, I'm handling the business. Then she should be good. But that's what you think she should be satisfied with. So what if she needs more than that? What if she needs an emotional commitment? What if she needs, what if in order for her to feel like you love her and to feel validated and for her to feel vulnerable enough to let herself go with you, that she feels like she need to be able to trust you, not to give your body, not to go pump up in somebody else. Because what happens is most of the time, and you know this, if you say you taking care of home and whatever and all that, and then you going out and you're having these casual encounters or not so casual encounters, you said it don't have to be so casual. Wait a minute. If you going out there doing that,
get them all the way together.
And I just want to know, like, if you're going out there doing that, and then so what happens is really what you do is that you're bringing that person into your relationship. Whether you think like, okay, she crossed town. No, you bring her into the relationship because trust me, your woman know when you've been with somebody for one thing. I'm not going to tell you how, but she know when you've been with somebody for one thing. Wait a minute. And for two, if that's what she needs from you, if that's your partner, that's your best friend, why would you want to put your best friend, your partner in life through that kind of pain when she telling you, baby, I don't like that. Baby, that hurt my feelings. Baby, I can't trust you with that. I can't let myself go with you if you're going to act like that. So if you love her, if you care for her, why is that?
Vice versa. What about vice versa? What if she loves me and I'm her partner and I say, baby, well, look, I just want to go. We out in Caribbean somewhere. We at the Bahamas somewhere. And I say, baby, I just want to have a threesome. This is something I always wanted to do. That is my wife.
If that's what she wanted, that's how y'all get down.
What we gotta come to some kind of agreement. It might just be somebody over here in the Caribbean in a whole other country that I find attractive, and I'd be like, baby, I ain't hiding it from you. I think that's where the problem comes in when men try to hide it from their women. You bring it to their attention. You just ask them. I think they'll be more accepting there.
Okay.
That's probably on both ends.
Okay.
Well,
I think it may be a generational thing.
John, I'll tell you what, bro. Please keep us up to speed on what's going on with you, man. I want to have a drink with you and sit down or some coffee or donut or something, my brother.
So
Jonathan,
you can learn how to do it too.
I just want to pick Jonathan brain.
Jonathan, man, we appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, Miss
Have a good
Red.
one.
Thank you, Jonathan. Y'all have a good night.
Y'all good night. Caller on there. What's going on? Caller, you on the air, 205-249. That's it.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, love, how are you?
What's going on, girl?
Doing good. This
The doc
is
on the
Dr.
phone.
Christy Culpepper Walker.
The doc on the phone. We got a clinical psychologist on the phone today.
I love it. That's my daughter's field.
Okay. What's going on, Miss Culpepper?
Yeah, so first let me say, Miss Angela, thank you so much for being so transparent.
You're welcome.
Because
Thank you.
I think people needed to hear the truth behind what happens, right? Like you said, we like to put on a good front. We like to put that good face out there and stand up and go through it as godly women. But it's nice to hear somebody talk about what all actually happens behind closed doors. So my question for you is about how this impacted you physically. So I heard you say you had been diagnosed with a few ailments, right? A few things, Graves' disease, high blood pressure. Do you feel like once you let some of that go and you started kind of sharing your story, do you feel like those medical things and those emotional things kind of subdued a little bit?
It's a documented fact.
Mm.
It's a documented fact. I went
Mama.
after about 6 years after when I came up out of the hole, I went to the doctor and she said, I don't know what you're doing, but we see no signs of Graves' disease. Your blood pressure's down. We don't see any sign of hypothyroidism is hypothyroidism had quelled some. So all of those ailments, those things that I was experiencing, the high blood pressure was gone. So it was definitely dis-ease that caused the disease in my body.
Yeah. And I think that's important for people to hear, that like our emotional state and the stress that we're under absolutely impact our body and our medical functioning.
Definitely. That's so true.
I hate that correlation, but it's so true. Yeah. I hate it because we all the time, even in your everyday life, struggle, you work, and stress come about, and you're creating problems. Mental health and medical.
Health.
Yeah. Yeah, medical, physical health. Yeah. Go ahead, Jay. This is
I Dr. Chris, I don't know if you were listening while Miss Angela was talking about the butcher knife.
I heard part of that.
You did hear. Hey, but you know what? I forgot to tell about the hatchet. Like the
sling blade.
My enemies this year, baby. You got to get your neck cut.
Jesus Christ.
Listen. So Miss Angela, we had a family member who
Hold on. I don't think she understands this relationship.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Jay is that's my brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, bless your heart. You grew up with Jay.
And that's the younger sister too.
Y'all gonna make me break out on the tongue here in a minute. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Now that we cleared the air.
Now we know what's happening. Talking about the hatchet. What happened, Jay?
Yeah. But yeah, we done had some strong women in our family. And so we had a family member who was like, listen, I know what he did, and I'm going to deal with him, but I'm also going to deal with her.
Okay.
And so apparently the lady was walking down the street, and, family member did what she did. We thought it was disrespectful. I would not have spit in somebody's face. But that's how she was feeling at the time.
It's possible.
She didn't just spit, she hawked.
Your family member hawked and spit. Oh, and that was a double dare. Oh yeah. I dare you to say anything. I feel her.
I'm coming from the chest.
Huh?
The chest
Say it
plate.
with your chest. Say it with your chest. Spit it with your chest.
And so we always said, like, hey, it didn't matter what you did. We would have had to have a conversation about that. We would have had to step to you. But she was holding a hatchet
Under her apron.
Who? The other lady?
No, my aunt.
Your
Oh,
aunt, your
Lord.
aunt that she came ready.
Right.
Straight from
right.
Fairfield.
Not straight, but straight.
Straight.
Straight out of Fairfield.
Mhm.
That's I love it. I sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you just have to let it out. So that there's a story
You
in
get
my
your
book
card
that I
back, but I'm-
shared with another on another platform about no, I didn't share that story. But anyhow, there's a story in the book how I had an encounter with the young lady. I always kind of felt like, she didn't have a responsibility to me.
Yeah.
But I just needed to know two things. Did you know he was married?
Mhm.
And if so, how long have y'all been seeing one another?
Mm.
Sometimes you just don't need to ask questions that you really don't want to know the
Yeah.
answer to.
Mhm.
And that's one thing too that I advocate on the road to recovery.
Yeah.
Just stop asking questions. Stop building up more mountains for you to climb.
Yeah, and deal with what's in front
and
of you.
deal with what's in front of you. Because let me tell you something. That was not pretty.
Yeah.
I said, get your little baby, take your little baby, get the little boy to go on outside because you got two things. You can say, one, I want you. I try to provoke this woman. Cause back then I had the new cell phone that was heavy.
Yeah.
Like, you got one false move to make. I want you to get small one time.
Yeah, and upside
I'm
your head.
begging, in your mouth. I already made in my head. I already saw me busting her
Envision.
lip.
Yeah, vision.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it in my head. Like, okay, this how I'm gonna do it.
Look at the devil.
When a teeth start falling out,
Look at the devil.
the devil was. I had the devil in me.
I know.
This was the day I was going to the liquor store.
Yeah.
And I saw her and made a U-turn in the parking
Like,
lot.
hold on. I ain't gonna get my hands. I gotta talk.
I got something to do. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold that bottle. I'll be right back.
Bye.
Yes, honey. Yes. So, I wouldn't hurt nobody but myself because I begged her to get smart. I said, I just want to tell you before we just started on this. If you say one smart thing, you make one false move, I'm going to bust you in your face.
Yeah.
So just listen to what I got to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just listen to what I got to say. And so,
Lord have mercy. Hey, Angela.
Praise God
Angela,
for Jesus.
Yes, Angela, but I can relate to you. I mean, what I'm saying is I can imagine, like putting myself in your shoes, like what you are going through at this moment.
Baby, I wanted to fight that girl so bad.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lord. I just want to just do this. That's all I want.
Just flint.
Just flint.
Doc, hey, Doc.
So I'm with your auntie in the hatchet.
So-
I like her.
So Clint,
She was one of my favorites.
I love her, honey. I like her.
Doc.
Kin people.
Yeah, hey, we family. Hey, so Doc,
Uh-huh.
what advice you can give to anyone that is listening, man, that's going through this?
So I think Ms. Angela gave the best advice. It's not going to be the same thing for everybody. You got to figure out what's going to work for you.
She definitely
saw a
said,
young
wow,
lady.
that was good, though.
Yeah, I saw a young lady comment earlier when Ms. Angela said that, and she said, I couldn't stay. She said, because I wasn't going to forget and I couldn't forgive.
And guess what? She knew that about herself.
Self-awareness.
Yeah, and she wasn't that person. And Angela, that was beautiful, though, really, because everybody's unique and different in their own way. What works for you may not work for Jay, vice versa. So you are right. Yeah.
It doesn't work. Everybody can't stay. And then everybody shouldn't stay. He may not even deserve for you to stay. Because a part of it, as far as my recovery goes, recovery, forgiveness and restoration are three different things. So me forgiving my husband was not restoration. Forgiving was for me.
Yeah, for you. That's it.
Restoration was for him.
Yeah.
And so the restoration was his job.
Yeah.
So he had to court me and pursue me and prove himself to me all over again.
All over again.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's hard work for
Yeah,
that brother
yeah.
too. Lord have mercy.
He'll tell you he's still working
That
on
brother
it.
still. That brother like.
He said they look at you and they think you're cute and you're smart and all that, but they don't know you're crazy.
Yeah. Hey, bro. Let me tell you, hey, bro. I know if you're listening, boy. I know right now you rather run through cane patch with gasoline draws on.
Oh my
Miss
goodness.
Angela, something else. But thank you, Miss Culpepper, for dropping by and showing us some love.
All right, y'all
Show
have a
Miss
good
Williams.
night.
Thank you so much.
right.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, man. Hey, so guys, man, go out. I'm gonna be promoting this book on my platform for the next week.
Thank you.
And see what we can get. People come out and buy that book, man. And we're gonna do. Of course, we'll buy the book too. I'm gonna buy this one and probably buy a couple more myself. But we need you guys to go to
www.hecheatedSWN.com. You have to put the www in there to get to my website. www.hecheatedSWN.com. And Mike, if I can interject something else here.
Yeah, of course you can.
So my
it's your
book,
time.
There's also an accompanying workbook with this because you can pray all day.
Mm-hmm.
You can complain all day. You can drink all day. You can smoke all you want to smoke. But if you want to be free, if you can go to church, you can cry, you can run down the aisle and do what you want to do. But if you really want to be free, you got to put some work in because faith without work is dead. You got to work. I still today do this work. I still today get up in the mirror and talk to myself every day.
Wow.
I still today, before my foot hit the floor, I think of 5 things real and I feel those 5 things that I can be thankful for. I will not go back into that hole again.
Right.
No, man.
And so it doesn't necessarily have to be that my husband cheated on me, but it could be anything that will pull us down into an emotional drama.
That's right.
So there's also an accompanying workbook that will go with this book. And also, I host
That's not the
conferences.
workbook right there.
No, that's not the workbook.
Okay.
But I'll get it for you. There's, and then also I host accompanying workshops for that's geared around all of the recovery acts in this book, the actions that come with the recovery. In my conferences and workshops, what we do is we talk about the book, we talk about all these different things, but then the breakouts are the beautiful part, because we break out into yoga sessions, we break out into mindfulness and meditation. Those are some of the things that just help me.
Wow.
Like I'm a born again Christian, but mindfulness and meditation help me.
Wow.
Help me to put things into perspective. Help me to see me for me, so that I know what to demand from him, from you, from them, from whoever.
Right.
Because I know what I want.
Right.
And I know what works for me. And the yoga, mindfulness, and meditation, and then also group therapy. So there's a 2-hour conference. I host a 2-hour conference that provides, or that all these services are rendered. The conferences are amazing. We've had women come out of these conferences crying. That something has broke on them.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was going to mention.
That something broke over them. That they got free. After one lady, she said, "Thank you, because I've been in bondage for 30 years."
Wow.
She's still married to the same man in bondage for 30 years.
Wow.
Had not forgiven him. Didn't know who she was.
Oh
for
my
30
God.
years.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? So
she lost her whole self.
She lost her whole self in this. So I know without a shadow of a doubt that what I got in this book, it's a game plan, and it'll work for you.
Yeah. So man, so now you can buy that workbook separately from the book, though.
Yes,
right?
workbook is separate.
So, but they can also get that workbook from the same link.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then you can go back to my website, and the dates for the conferences and workshops will be listed on there. I don't have it on there yet because I haven't set them up for this year.
Okay, so you hadn't set the conferences up yet. So,
well, not for this year, but we had some last year.
Okay, so I guess it's safe to say, once you come up with an itinerary or a schedule of the events, that you can come on here and share them with.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we could talk about that. Get some steam behind this thing.
Thank you.
Talk about. Okay, so all right, man. So man, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Y'all been fun too.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be fun when I first talked to you on the phone, because you was just the same way you are now. Just straightforward.
Yeah.
Honest, funny, fun, and just
real.
Just real. Yeah, real, and that's real talk.
I appreciate that. Thank you
so
so much.
I appreciate you just being. Yeah, I just appreciate you being transparent, and man, like even Dr. Chris probably was saying, you probably heard this a million times, man. Look, healing, man, being able to talk about things, being able to face them head on,
Right.
is just so therapeutic.
It is.
You know, so
Right.
yeah, and right now tonight, I know for a fact that you probably helped a lot of people who are struggling with similar stories. Because although we like to, you know, kind of talk like, hey man, you stayed with him after all this, but so many other people do it. And like you just mentioned, some people do it for 30 years and never get past
free.
it. Yeah.
Right.
Never
So
enjoy that
it's
journey.
not as uncommon as we may want it.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's a common thing. It's just learning to live again and learning to heal and grow.
That's right.
Every day that we live in, we growing. We
Right.
never
That's it.
stop growing. So
That's it.
thank you, man. I appreciate you for
You're
this.
welcome. You're welcome. I appreciate y'all.
So, hey guys, man, make sure you get that book. Go get that book. The website is up. Go get it. We're gonna I'm gonna promote the thing for the next week, and we'll see how that goes. If I continue, we'll just continue that too. But it's gonna be on my website. I'm gonna have a physical copy of the book, physical where you can actually see the cover, see everything, and we're gonna go full steam, man. Look, we gotta support one another. Look, we gotta be there for one another when we doing things, man. We gotta be able to support one another because there's gonna come a time that you're gonna want the same support.
Right.
You know, so go and get the book, support Miss Angela, and it's big. It's not like this is big. It's not Rudy Pooty, man. This is big.
Thank you, Mike. I
Man.
appreciate that.
So Jay, you got anything you want to close with, man?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Welcome.
very enlightening, very entertaining.
Mhm.
So I can't wait to go back and read some of the comments. I've been getting text messages, folks, chiming in, but
Yeah.
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I appreciate that. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for having me. I have enjoyed
We
y'all.
enjoyed you too.
I knew that, that when I talked to you, that it was gonna be real good. I put on it's gonna be good. I knew
Yeah.
it was gonna be real good. But I just want to say that, that I just believe that people ought to enjoy their journey. So I always leave with this, that whatever you do, enjoy your journey. You don't get but one chance at it.
Right.
Yeah.
So enjoy the journey.
All right, man. This is Mike Steele, man. Angela Williams, thank you, honey. And I always lead and end with this, man. Hey, take a look at yourself, man. Ask yourself this one question: are you part of the problem or part of the solution? Love, peace, and hair grease. We out of here. See you next time. Mike Steele.
All right.